What up? What up? What up, man? You know what it is. Another episode of Jim My Damn Opinion. You know they like assholes. Everybody got one, and I got one too. With that being said, I'm going to bring my partner in, my road dog in. Y'all know who he is. Pot, say what up to the people, man.
What's going
Get him
on
in here.
again? I hope everybody doing good. Ready for another great show this week. How you doing, brother?
Hey, man. Poor man hanging in there trying to make it, man. Just staying out folk way, you know what I mean?
exactly. That's all we can do.
Yeah. So, man, other than that, man, how you been living, though, man? Your week go all right for you?
Yeah, it's been going pretty good, man. You know, storms here and there, trying to get people back repaired, keeping us busy at the Georgia Power. But it's all good. All well ends well.
I hear you. I kind
Yes,
of had
sir.
a busy day myself, man. I'm running a little late, so excuse when I'm going and pop me a bottle of wine. I usually like to have a glass of wine when I get off work.
okay.
So,
You popping wine, I'm drinking water.
ain't nothing wrong with that, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Hydrate, stay hydrated.
You know, I had some of that too all day. Actually, that's all I drink throughout the day is water.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, man. With that being said, man, I want to get into some of these topics, man, and try to get things going here, man. Like I said, I'm just running a little behind. So you got in the got got one of my other road dogs coming in, man.
Somebody checking
As
in.
Pop would say, my brother from another mother, man. I've been knowing this cat here, whew, for over probably I can't even say 20 plus years too, man. But I'm gonna bring him in and let him say what's up to the people that we can get him in here. C Rod, aka Yellow Boy, aka C.
Hey,
What's up with you?
that boy C, man.
I don't know if we can get him in here.
It's like I say, his microphone muted.
Yeah, see you muted. He was like that last time. I don't know what he be doing, man. He be having technical difficulties. See you muted, big dog. Let me I'm gonna remove him. We'll see if he'll come back in. But yeah,
Okay,
man. So I guess I want to get hop into it till we get C in. Cause I know he's trying to get in here. I'm gonna hit him on the other line. You got any
okay.
thing in the news you want to let everybody know about before we really get rolling?
I'm really, what you know about this Michael Orr thing that's going on, man? I'm trying to figure out.
Other than the topics, boss.
Oh,
That's why I said we want to just try to get C time to get in.
oh, man, shoot, ain't that too much pop? This heat and thunderstorms, heat and thunderstorms. Look,
Hey,
got
what
my new
about? Let me ask you this, man. What
little puppy
about?
getting big. My puppy getting big.
Look, let me ask you this, man. What about just what I'm saying, trying to get C, and I'm hitting him up now. 45 on his fifth indictment.
Man, they say he
Like,
got to like August the 25th. They said that they're gonna lock him up in Rice Street on August 25th, the day after my birthday. So I'm gonna see if they're gonna be about that life.
I mean, listen, man, these are RICO charges too, right? You know, so these folk must feel pretty good about what they trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
That is crazy, man.
Rico, oh man, wow, you climb down the wrong little rabbit hole.
Hey, man, bruh. Like, I try to stay away from, politics and religion, but it's just hard to, see some of this stuff and not see it. You know what I mean?
hmm
But I ain't want to. I'm not gonna get deep into it. I was just like, I'm trying to get see some time to get in here, but it looked like
And tell him if he trying to use that microphone, don't use that microphone.
I don't know what, but he had an issue last time. I don't know what CB doing. He think his phone too advanced for him. I mess with him all the time. Let me see. Put them on speaker.
Please leave me a message.
Now I got his boy now. I don't know what's up with him. We'll go on and you know what I'm saying. I get going and get into thing, man. I'm trying to try to wait on him, but it's all good. But with that being said, man, so the first thing I kind of want to hop into, damn, we don't want to do.
Hopefully it'll work out for him, man. Come on, see, get on.
Yeah, come on. I
Set
was
this.
about to add a little question to it. He'll probably be right up here at it. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and start branch off into the the topics that I kind of wanted to kind of just chop it up about today, man. And but before I get into it, I'm gonna throw this out to you a little trivia, just to get your mind rolling on the sports. So
Ooh,
since the AP era, college football,
okay.
the teams ranked in the top seven. One of the teams ranked in the top seven of every AP poll that comes out has won the national championship, right?
You said out
Except
the top.
every team that's ranked in the top seven,
Okay.
one of those,
Right
not
now,
every team.
right now,
Go ahead.
or since
That's
since
from
they've been first doing the poll.
right since the AP poll has
Okay.
started.
Okay.
A team that's always ranked in the top seven wins the national championship. Does that make sense?
Okay.
It only has not happened two times in this era. Can you tell me which two teams that were not ranked in the top seven won the national championship?
That wasn't ranked in the top seven that has won. Right.
Correct.
Hmm. You said it's one team or two teams. You like that?
give, give me the two
Hmm.
teams
Okay.
that have
Hmm.
won the national championship in the AP era
That
that
wasn't
were
ranked in
not
the top
ranked
seven.
in the top seven.
Okay. That wasn't ranked in the top seven when it first came out. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Wow. Okay.
Hello.
Man, I brought you in, but you was on mute.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck, man.
I don't know why you always come in on mute like that. It must be something in your settings. Well, when you come into the show, you should be able to go to your camera settings and stuff and audio settings.
I had all that shit set up. I didn't think nobody was there, so I had to dip back out. And I tried to get back in, and I guess he didn't put me in, so I put in the studio, then come on. So
Oh, okay, well just jump back in.
I just tried to just click on other guests or some shit. No,
Nah, go back, hit the stream your link.
I
All right,
Hmm.
and they give
I'm
you a little time, boss.
man again. Man.
That's a tough one though. You know what I mean? Well, it ain't
I,
really. Well, I don't know. I know. I
I'm
guess
gonna
until you
see.
kind
You,
of know.
you said that they wasn't ranked in the top seven like when the poll first came out at the beginning of the season, but at the end of the season they end up winning the national championship, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Damn.
They were ranked. They just weren't ranked in the
Yeah,
top
they just wasn't
seven.
ranked in the top seven. Yeah.
Right.
Uh, was LSU one of the teams?
Are you asking me or are you giving me your answer?
That's one of my. I'm gonna say LSU one of them.
Okay.
Whew, man, it wasn't in the top seven. Let me see. Man, oh no, bro.
Okay. It's all good. You do know it just yeah. It just tripping your mind when I tell you the answer. You don't know it. It was 2011 Cam Newton Auburn.
Oh
They were
God,
they
I
were
don't
ranked
know
number
why you
11.
say. Oh, okay. Who else?
They were ranked number 11. And then you
Okay.
had 2013 Florida State with James Winston, famous James,
Famous James. Okay. Okay.
Mr. Crab Leg Man.
But I thought
So
about
yeah,
Auburn, bro. I thought I should have said, oh, I thought about it, but I was like, might have been a little higher than that during the season. Well, I see what you're saying. Right when the poll first hit, right before the kickoff, I see what you're saying.
well,
That's a
since I
good.
mean, yeah, since when the
And they the
polls
only
open up,
two.
they have
They the only two teams that has done that. It ain't been
right.
more than
That what
wow.
that what I'm trying to tell you. So that's why folks be talking about going to a 12 team playout. Okay, they history has shown you that the top 17 are the only really one that got a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else outside that it's only happened twice. Not saying it can't happen, but it generally never happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be the same, and times have changed. So it's gonna really be the same. 4, 5 teams playing for
I
every
believe they
spot.
end up putting more teams. I had a video game at one time, man. College football '96 on the Sega Genesis. You can put it on bowl or playoff. I mean, it was like that's the system they need to use. If they want to go playoff. It was already on the video game before they even started doing it on
Well,
this stuff they doing now.
we know they're
I,
going to 12. We know they're gonna go to. You know what I'm saying, the 12. You know what I'm
there you go.
saying? I think we got you, boss.
There you go.
We dialed in.
Yeah, you good.
Hey,
So yeah,
Right.
man, I
what's
had
going
already
on,
gave you.
C?
What's up, boy?
Man, chilling, brother. How you been?
Man, I'm up, my dog. I can't complain, man. You good, boy?
Yep. You already know.
Good stuff, good stuff.
So I had gave you an intro when I was trying to add you the last time. So for everybody who don't know, my partner C Raw, he back in the building. Y'all heard that intro from earlier. So C Raw, say what up to the people, man.
What up, people?
Uh, so look here, man. You know we just about to get into the topics, man, and I had just hit to get your mind going. Cause the first thing I kind of want to talk about is the AP top 10. So I gave Pot somewhat of a trivia question just to kind of get his mind going. So I'm gonna pitch it back and throw it back to you. So since the AP era has started in college football, teams in the top seven, ranked in the top seven when the season come out, have won the national championship always, except 2 times. Can you tell me what 2 teams won those 2 national championships?
Man, that's a good one. I'll take a stab. Us and Bama.
No.
I don't know
So
then.
so you know it. Why? Cause it's gonna come to you. You don't know it. It was they were ranked number 11. It was 2011. Uh, I'm sorry, yeah, 2011 Auburn with Cam Newton. They were ranked number 11 in the poll. And then it was 2013 Florida State. It was ranked 13 with famous James.
See, I thought they would have been ranked a little higher with James.
That's what I
They
said.
were ranked. They were ranked 13, and Auburn was ranked 11.
Yeah, that makes sense by Auburn because, yeah, Cam went over there and just cut a fool. So,
Mhm.
yeah, that makes sense.
So man, so let me pose this to you, see, because I was just kind of asking Pot. I had just asked him, and I asked him, let both of y'all chime in. I'm gonna come to you first. So I was just telling him, history kind of shows you going to a 12 team playoffs ain't gonna really matter. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna still have the same 4 or 5 maybe team, and you maybe possibly every 4 or 5 years have a 16 that play for it. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna really still be the same people. What you think about that? That little trivia question and how it may play out with the 12 team playoff.
I mean, I pretty much agree with you because the difference is it's gonna be a team, maybe two, that's gonna catch lightning in the bottle. They're gonna be hot when it counts, and you can't never disrespect that and take that away because that's what you want to be anyway. So yeah, I think it ultimately still gonna be the same teams when it come down to it. But I still like the fact that other teams get a shot. You know what I'm saying? I've always felt like if you win your conference, you're supposed to get a chance of playing the playoffs anyway. That's just how I've always felt. So now it's gonna be people win their conference, and then you're gonna add somebody who probably had a one loss in their conference, maybe lost to the conference champ. So it's cool to me, but at the end of the day, when it come down to that 1, 2, 3, and 4, it's gonna ultimately probably be the same. But you get them other games where it's still gonna be exciting, and you're gonna still be able to get the rest of the country involved. Because honestly, man, the rest of the country don't care because the Southeast been doing it, and more. And I get a Big Ten some credit too. They always got a hand or a foot in there. But outside of that, man, ain't nobody else really in the country studying. It's hard to watch college football now, man, because it's ain't no parity. It's Southeastern Conference. It's just the
Okay.
reality of it.
Tough guy
What you
football.
got on that, Pop?
Yeah, hey, piggyback off what C said, man. We tough guy football in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe NFL. You see what everybody doing? They're moving around. They're trying to make their chances better. You try to get off in that top 12 somewhere in between. So they got to go to a different conference, a bigger Power 5 school.
But I mean,
Everybody
I'm talking about
bouncing
to the
around.
issue of it being the same teams
Oh
playing.
yeah, from at least from 1 to 6, like you say, from 1 to 7, that's gonna be always the same teams, same debates. Like they always having like, oh, we need to be in this top whatever. Now they don't have to worry about it. So they know as long as we know we in here, we gonna be in the playoffs. And like C say,
Okay.
give kids another chance, another opportunity to get into school, man. Like come on in and make it better. Make it better for the whole college program scene.
Okay. With that being said, to one of the points that C made about he felt like if you win your conference, you should you should make the playoffs. So
Mm-hmm.
with conferences dying off and mega conferences, in a sense, forming, I got a feeling I'm gonna only be maybe 2 or 3 conferences left in the next 5 to 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 3. You know what I'm saying? Because the ACC got their contract through 37, I think. So it may be only 3 conferences left in the next 10 years. You know what I mean? With that being said, the question I would pose, I think it still taking you right back to where we are because all these big teams are going to be getting in the same conference. So now you're just going to have, like, generally every year in college football, the national championship, the SEC going to have, right now, it's 4 positions, going to have 25 to 50% representation. Because we generally going to get 1 team or 2 teams. So from a percentage standpoint, if we have 20 teams in, a 12-team playoff, I think the SEC going to get at least 4 teams in every year, maybe
If
5.
not 6, yeah, yeah. Man,
So I'm just saying, from a percentage standpoint, it doesn't really change. You just give him, like he said, more teams a chance to play. And the question I would have to you, what do you think about that and those numbers, or how do you think, with there being conferences, maybe only 2 or 3 conferences left, how do you think the numbers play out with the teams getting into the playoffs?
it's gonna play a big significant role in them making the playoff. You're gonna have to damn near be undefeated, scoring 50 plus, 60 plus, just for the board to even mention your name in some of these meetings right before the Tuesday night new rankings come out.
So, but I guess I would say so. Like, how do you think, like, right now we got 3 major? Well, we'll just say 4 because it's still 4. But after this year, the Pac-12 only have 12 teams. So I'm just gonna say the Pac-12 dead after this year. So then, like I say, so after that, we only gonna have really what, 4 major conferences: ACC, Big Ten, Big 12, and SEC. So at that point, how many teams per conference you think each conference will get in? You know what I'm saying?
At a minimum, at least 2. That's gonna be like 8 slots.
Shit, it might have to be more than 2.
If you're talking about the top 4, I'm just throwing out a number because I'm looking at,
Right.
okay, you look at the top 2 teams. I'll take all the conference champions. That's 4.
Hmm.
Take the runners up. That's 8.
Okay.
I guess the next best records from the other conferences out there.
Oh
Then
yeah,
them
you
other
actually make a good point. Yeah. Okay.
then them other
What you got, son?
four, you it's gonna probably be us. Them other four teams. It'll probably be SEC teams.
Well, I guess I would look at it like this. No, not base it off rankings. We might as well just take if it's four conferences, just take the top three teams in each conference. But you're gonna have to have that at large, like somebody like a Cincinnati, maybe somebody like that, if they go undefeated or something. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say this too, man. Like you still gotta like you gonna have to hold your own in your conference. Like you gonna have to, lose like maybe one game in your conference, two at the most. You see what I'm saying? So we talking about taking two.
Based off
So
the strength of schedule.
Yeah.
what based on wins and losses at the end of the day, because it's
Yeah.
scheduled play. You see what I'm for the most part, it's gonna be scheduled play. So if you talking about the Big Ten, then you got Ohio State, Michigan, and then after that, you're gonna sprinkle a good Wisconsin team. That's gonna be a Penn State team, somebody like that. You know what I mean? So, but them top two guys gonna always make it. But a good two-loss Penn State team probably deserve to be in the playoff. You know what I'm saying? You get them good Wisconsin teams, that's them good ones. They deserve to. Illinois last year, like they made some noise. I don't know if they deserve to be in the playoffs, but they made some noise. So you get them sprinkled. Them teams. What's gonna be a splash in the pan here and that'll round it out. You know what I mean? So it'll be like, to me, if we're doing it, if we're gonna go with the 12 and we reduce the conferences to four, like we said, like Pot said, you got everybody that's gonna win a conference, and then you got the runner-ups. But then with us, the 3, 4, 5, 6 teams probably gonna be pretty good teams, more than likely better than the other teams in the conference, unless we get them splash in the pans like we were talking about.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I agree with both of you guys. I think that I mean that makes sense. Not taking rankings into effect because, like I said, you could have let's say for instance, you could have a Tennessee. They're only they had two losses, but they lost to number one Georgia and number four Alabama. You know what I'm saying? They may at the end of the year they still may be in the top 10.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So things like that obviously will come into play. But yeah, I think we kind of all in the same pocket with that in the playoffs and stuff like that, man. So
Yeah.
just staying on college sports, man. So the AP poll came out. Georgia's obviously ranked number one, I think, for the first time, and definitely in the
Yes.
Kirby,
Finally.
yeah, in the Kirby area. So that era. So that's pretty dope, man. You know what I'm saying?
It is, but
Y'all
it
got
ain't. It don't mean that. It is, but it
you
ain't.
right.
You
Yeah.
know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it just headlines at the end of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
day.
yeah. It's on the stick your chest out about a little bit, but at this point we all know it's about the finishing product. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
on and
For
hang
sure.
three on them, then we can really talk that smack. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
know
for
how
sure.
me and you got into about that preseason stuff last year, man. I just be so over that preseason. You know what I mean? Like just yeah, that don't
Well,
mean that.
it doesn't mean anything.
It don't.
I guess. I mean, but technically it does. It's all about wins and losses. But if you just so happen to be ranked number one and you don't have any losses, it's a very good chance you still gonna be number one. You know what
You're
I
right.
mean?
You're right.
Yeah.
As
That's when it
opposed to
counts.
Hell,
That's when
right,
it
right,
counts.
right,
then
right,
Bama had a loss one year and was still ranked number one, didn't
I
right.
think you're
I
right.
don't know. I wouldn't doubt it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
it? It was crazy.
And
And many
It went
times they
crazy.
done been there. And many times they done been there. Yeah, it
They
didn't
did
happen.
not want them boys to fall out that top four. Like, no.
There you go.
listen to that point. To that point, I think this the first time since 2009. I think that Alabama hasn't been ranked in the top three in the AP polls when the polls come out.
They put him right at the doormat, number four.
Yeah,
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I heard that. I heard they gonna have some quarterback problems.
they do. They
I
do.
heard they gonna
They
have some quarterback problems.
I'm
the
surprised they ain't get
kid
nobody in the transfer portal.
they did. They got the kid. They got the guy from I want to say Wake Forest.
Mm.
Yeah, I want to say they got the kid from Wake Forest
You talking about the
and
quarterback?
The other
yeah,
guy, that quarterback like a running back.
Nah, he went. He went to Notre Dame.
one from Wake Forest.
Yeah,
Okay, I just saw it the other day, but they did sign somebody out the portal though.
Man, they got a big
Uh,
quarterback, man. That quarterback
Okay.
like he a tailback.
you're talking about number
Yeah.
4. I can't think of his name. Now he got a
Yeah.
strong arm and he can run
Boy,
it,
that boy
but
eating
that
that weight room
accuracy.
up.
They need to run wing T with him.
They run, boy, that
Listen,
boy.
if he starts, I think they're gonna lose at least 2 games.
That's it. That's gonna be. Hey, that's too many. See, that's what's
Mhm.
gonna happen. You're
Mm.
gonna have those teams that may have one loss to a team that may have a 2 loss, but depending on who they lost to, they're gonna be throwing up all kind of shambles. They're gonna be like, "Oh no, we deserve to be here. We lost to this person, or we only had one loss and we beat this person." Gonna be some
See,
good
what happened with
controversy.
Bama is that they fell into that thing of when you have such a good quarterback,
Come
sometimes
on.
like they
Hey,
had,
get in here. Go sit down. Come on. Go sit down.
you they like the quarterback. He basically hid a lot of their flaws. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Sit down.
So now that they don't have that quarterback, their flaws can't be hidden. And with this guy, they showing their flaws. So they're gonna have to have, what I mean, more help from the defense this year. Cause they're not gonna have Bryce Young to hide those flaws that they had. Like Bryce Young won them so many games last year and they still lost 2 games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he is
Hmm.
special. He was so special.
So that's a problem Nick Saban is kind of running into right now. He made a new the flaws, but the flaws were hidden last year because of Bryce Young, and now those flaws are showing, especially with the hole at the quarterback position. So it's gonna be interesting, man.
Hmm.
So are you guys familiar with the top 10? Like I said, we number one for the first time. Do y'all think there were any snubs or any reshaping that should have happened in the top 10?
Call him out.
So you got them. I can throw them out here.
Yeah, yeah. You got Georgia, we number one. You got Michigan Wolverines number two, Ohio State number three, Bama number four, LSU number five, USC Trojans number six, Penn State number seven, Florida State number eight, Clemson number nine, and Washington number 10. Washington.
Mhm.
Ugh.
I think USD should probably be ranked a little higher, man.
I
You
think
feel that
Tennessee
good
should have
about
been.
them?
I think Tennessee should have been at number 10. Washington. Yeah,
Washington
y'all
gonna be
seen?
good. They got a good
You
ass
know.
quarterback. Washington,
They
Washington
good.
gonna be good. Yeah, they gonna
Wow.
cause some problems in that Pac-10. They,
Yeah,
yeah,
but I like how they got it scattered though. Like they got it scattered top to bottom, like from different conferences. So they're giving
Pac-12.
everybody a chance. I'm tell you what they're doing. They're giving you enough rope to hang yourself. So you can't say that you wouldn't. You got you in the top 10 right now.
yeah.
So it's up to you to eat. If you're gonna eat, eat. If not, guess what? It's gonna be somebody who's gonna take your spot next Tuesday. It's gonna come out. Every Tuesday it's gonna come out.
Florida State getting a whole lot of hype too, man. I know they won
Man.
10 games last year. They getting a lot of
Mhm.
hype, man. I don't know. Can they be that good again? I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite
Hey,
sure. I'm
I
not
like
quite
their
sure.
quarterback. I like
I
their
like him. I don't
defense.
love him.
But right. But I'm not really tapped into the hype like that. But they got a lot of hype. But the thing about it is we're gonna find out because they open up with number 5 LSU in Baton
that's what I'm
Rouge.
trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. See, it's stacked. The season stacked. So
So
from
It's
and
1 to 10, somebody got to see each other. Ohio State and Michigan gonna have to see each other. I mean, hey, just come on with it. LSU and Bama gonna have to see each other. So
and to that point and to C point that he said earlier, both y'all to your point two part you just made. So what I want to say is that's the thing about USC. See is that they're gonna cannibalize themselves in the Pac-12. They got a harder schedule. They got to play Washington, Oregon, and Utah.
Utah.
And Utah favored to win one. I mean, they won the conference the last 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So they got a tough head. I mean, a tough road. If they can get out of the Pac-12, they definitely gonna be out in the playoffs for sure.
how good is Oregon gonna be?
I'm not really sold on Oregon. Never has been. But I still think that's a. I forgot. I don't remember my schedule. I did the Vegas schedule. I think I had USC at and Vegas got them at maybe 8.5 wins. I had them at maybe 9 wins.
We're talking about Oregon. What you think Oregon gonna do?
Oregon. I'm thinking about USC. My bad.
Yeah, throw all out
I
the
mean,
hell.
I think Oregon. I mean, I think Oregon gonna be solid. I still think Oregon probably. I can't remember my thing, but I still think Oregon probably win 8 games.
You only think USC gonna win 9?
Yeah, cause they got a tough schedule. Come
Is
with you,
Utah
come with.
is Utah good this year? Mm,
Yeah, yeah, they
oh,
bring everybody back. Yeah. Only thing
I-
about Utah is their quarterback. He coming off that ACL, so he may not be 100%.
and he
But
was a
guess
man. Like
yeah. Before if he 80%, I think what I mean.
I thought they lost some key people on defense to the draft too.
I think Utah they may have, but
They
Utah bring
did.
back
They
most of
had
their
a couple
team.
DBs and D linemen that came out, but they hopefully they got
Yeah,
some replacement. They might have some replacement if they rank them
Yeah.
that high.
I got you. I got you. I just don't know how good Oregon gonna be. I think they're gonna be solid on
Okay.
defense, but offensively, I don't know how good they're gonna be. USC gonna
And
be
they
a
play. Don't
problem,
they,
bro.
I think they got. Don't USC play Notre Dame? So this is what I want to
Yeah.
say. See, so they play Notre Dame too, right? So do what I'm saying. So okay. So the 11th team is Texas. The 12th team is Tennessee. The 13th team is Notre Dame, Utah, and Utah and Oregon. So what I'm saying is USC play 4 of the top 15 teams right now. Oh, that's pretty tough.
Yeah, if you basing it off these rankings, absolutely. But if you basing it off
I mean,
what what
that's
what
all we
what
can do
folk
is
really got,
prognosticate.
That's why
huh?
they got it like that because
Okay,
they
all we can
know.
do is prognosticate on. Well, I'm okay. I would say this right here. It's a reason why the AP poll voted this the highest because what they're bringing back and what they're projected to do, nobody knows. So I'm saying that's all we can do is go based off of what we think they're gonna do.
Well, that's
So
the
what I'm
whole point.
saying,
That the name of the show, ain't it? It's an opinionated show, right? You know what I
right?
mean?
Get my
So
damn thing, yeah, for sure.
right. So with that being said, I just this their opinions too. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
they feel, how they feel, based off what people got coming back, blah blah blah. I don't know. I thought they had a good defense. I'm speaking of Oregon.
Oregon,
I thought they had a good defense last year. And then Bo Nix went to the Pac-10 and ran around a little bit because he was good at that. He was good at
hmm
running around making plays, but that ain't going that ain't gonna happen this year. You see what I'm
okay.
saying? Like I don't think so. I don't
This is
think so.
what this is what I'm gonna do right here. This is what I'm gonna do. And you and Pop, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do this together. All right. So I'm gonna go down USC schedule, right? And I want to tell you every game. You tell me that's a win and a loss. And if you don't think if you don't really know it's a pick 'em, that's gonna be a half game. All right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to bring up their schedule with. Pop, can you get their schedule? For some reason. Oh, if I turn on my Wi-Fi, maybe that'll help. So I want you guys to tell me every win and every loss. We're gonna go down their schedule and we're gonna add it up. So we're gonna go down USC schedule right here. I got it. All right. All right. So the first game they played, I think it's San Diego State. What is that? Win.
Win.
The second game they play like another little small team.
So somebody they give them
Nevada.
some money to.
It's
Yeah, they just
Nevada.
giving them
That's
some
a
money.
win.
Yeah.
All right. The third game they play is Stanford. Win. Okay. Fourth game is that Arizona State? It
Oh
just
shit.
showed me the symbol first. Yeah, Arizona State.
Win.
Win.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The next game they got Colorado.
Oh, Dion them.
Lord,
Win. All right. So
Woo.
the next game they got is Arizona.
Yeah.
Win. Next game is Notre Dame.
Yeah.
You think they beat Notre Dame straight up? They win. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Man, they gonna beat the shit out of Notre Dame.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I
Next
don't know.
game.
I don't know if they're gonna pulverize them, but I think they'll beat Notre Dame. You know what
Do
I'm
they
saying?
play in October?
That
That game in October?
it's usually kind of late.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
It's October 14th.
Oh yeah, they'll be good and seasoned up by then.
man,
Hopefully.
I love Caleb, bro.
Okay. Next game they play is Utah.
Ugh,
Yeah.
Okay.
gonna be a tough one. I'm gonna do a half a game on that.
They own one from last year.
Uh, the next game they play is Cal.
Berkeley,
Absolutely.
Berkeley, yeah.
Okay.
That's a 70-pointer.
The next game they play is Washington.
Where's
They're
the
gonna
game
be
at?
USC.
I like them.
it's gonna be a good close one too.
Yep, I like them.
Ooh,
So you like them in turn for the WC and what you like them for the W2 or you what you like? What you got, pal?
I like them to win at home.
yeah, I
Okay.
take the we'll see win at home.
Okay.
It's
The
gonna be a
next
good.
game is Oregon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, they could beat everybody you just named, bro.
UCLA is the next game. Well, I know they can, but if you just feel that strongly about them,
Is that Chip? That's Chip them UCLA.
yeah.
That's gonna be a high scoring game. Ugh,
They
they
lost their
might
quarterback.
they might combine for about 100 points.
They
Who
lost their
lost their
quarterback.
quarterback?
Give me USC. Cause UCLA lost Dorian Thompson Robinson, whatever his name is.
What to
So in
injury or
other
he
words, so
transferred?
you basically got them. Okay, I'm gonna say so you got them winning every game except the Washington game. That's a maybe for you,
Nah, I think
right?
they're gonna be Washington at home because they got them at home. I
Oh, you
think they're
did
gonna
so
run the pack. I think they're gonna
right. So
run
you
it,
said
bro.
you got them going undefeated, right?
Pretty
Right.
much, yeah.
Okay. And Pot, you had one, so you only had one game, so you basically got them going undefeated with a maybe to what? Who your maybe was?
Name that teams again.
Man,
I wanna say with Oregon.
it don't matter. It was a
We'll
half. It
say so
don't
many
matter.
teams from then. Man, we'll talk
But
about
yeah,
so
I'm
many
just saying
teams
it's a
from then.
half. And I say this right here. See, you basically got them going 11 or 12 and no, however many game that is.
Mm-hmm.
Pot got them basically going, got them like 11 and a half or something like that. I'm gonna say this once again. Everybody ping like the man said earlier. Vegas only got one team predicted to win 10 games this year, more than 10 games, at least 10 games a year, and that's Georgia in the regular
Um,
season. The
wow.
next highest is nine and a half. I think it was Alabama and a few other teams. I can't remember who it was. But Georgia, the only team with odds predicted to win 10 games.
Uh,
That's
But
Vegas'
yeah,
opinion.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Vegas
But
said
yeah,
they
I
put
didn't.
something
So
on it.
y'all clearly feel strong about their skills. I just don't know if they're gonna beat Notre Dame flat out. I don't know if they're gonna beat Washington flat out, and I don't know if they're gonna beat Utah flat out. So
Where
for
the
me,
Notre
that was
Dame game at?
That was that half game. I was talking about
at
that
Notre
Utah
Dame.
game.
Is at Notre Dame.
Yeah, at Notre Dame.
They could stub they toe that cause Notre Dame head coach gonna come with a good defense. He gonna come with a good defense. But I still think they gonna win the game.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
luck of the Irish. You know
And
how
at the end of the day, I'm with you,
they
see,
keep it
because I
close
picked
now.
USC
If
to
they
make the
don't beat them,
playoff
they
this
keep
year.
it close. Notre Dame will beat you now.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So I mean, I'm kind of strong on USC this year too, man. I picked them to make the playoffs this year. It just once again the only thing about that Pac-12, man, is those teams gonna cannibalize themselves because they all play each other and they already lumped like so close together. And having a loss could just really kill one of them. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how far they move throughout the season. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
yeah. having to play Oregon, Washington, Notre Dame, and Utah, bro. That just whew, that's tough, man.
Yeah, I
But
just don't think
yeah,
Oregon gonna be that good.
and I
I don't
think they
think
would
you.
beat Oregon.
I don't think Utah gonna be that good. Not with that quarterback being banged up. I don't know, man.
What he just had surgery or something? See?
Yeah, he tore
Yeah, he
ACL,
had an ACL. Yeah,
and I could have sworn they lost some studs off defense. I think they lost some studs, bro.
they
So
Yeah,
may
look, you
have,
remember
but
that DB, a
they
couple DBs?
returning a lot back. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I'm trying to go to their page, but yeah,
Yeah,
like I said, however, like I said, they don't want to conquer the last 2 years. You know what I'm saying? That's the past, but I'm just talking about in terms of their consistency, and they come out being ranked 14. So at least what I'm saying, we think they're going to be a solid team. But then my point being is there's like all the teams that play are just kind of grouped in together. I guess it's almost kind of like having Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, Kentucky, all well actually one more team because it's five in total, all lumped in the same rankings. You know what I'm saying? We know Kentucky may not be that good, yeah, but it's still gonna be just a solid game. I just all of them just ain't straight pick'ems for me, but yeah, that's cool. Um, anything else y'all want to talk about the top 10 before we move on?
nah,
Anybody any snubs? Anybody y'all think got snubbed? Anybody on the outside y'all think got snubbed? I think Pot
nah.
said Tennessee.
Yeah, I thought Tennessee would have been ranked a little higher than that.
Okay, all right. So you must like Milton, that quarterback.
I like the SEC.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough.
I
Fair
know they
enough.
good. Hey, they got a good football team too.
Okay, that's cool. So man, I'm gonna switch gears here a little bit, man. I don't know if C had a chance, but he may have some background, a little uh background knowledge on what maybe have happened in the past. I think Pot, I don't know, you maybe got the topic a little like hopefully you had a chance to kind of look into it a little bit. So man, what y'all think about this Michael Orr thing that's going on? I know he's selling a book, and that may be part of the publicity part. A lot of people probably would say that, but I think there may be obviously some facts to what he has going on where he was never really adopted, and the people supposedly allegedly made money off the movie, and he didn't make any. So I mean, y'all know what's going on with this Michael Orr thing. What y'all thoughts on that, man?
I really couldn't put nothing on. From what I know and what I've seen of the movie, it was just a family, a high middle class family took in a poor kid. I mean, see, he needed help. That's what I seen from the outside looking in. So whatever his story is his story. I look forward to reading his book just to see his insight on whatever they didn't do that they said that they did. I understood that he didn't get no proceeds from the movie, and they made over $300 million on that movie there, and she won an Oscar.
Now the
So
family didn't get 300 million. The movie made 300 million, but the
yeah, but
family
they
didn't
but,
get.
but I'm quite sure they probably gave him they probably gave him at least about 20.
No, I can tell you. I can tell you what they got.
What
They
they got?
got 255,000 up front, and they got 2.5% in royalties.
That's what I'm saying.
So
So
I'm telling, and that equaled up to, I think the kids maybe getting like 1.2 million a piece or something like that. That's what they gave them. They gave them. I didn't want to get into. I was trying to wait to hear y'all what y'all said before I got into the numbers, but they gave the kids 1.2 other royalties a piece, and that's what happened supposedly with the money. But they say Robert Orr received some of those funds too, but he never got any of it. Is what he's saying.
yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, I seen what he said. He didn't get anything, but I thought it was a good success story from a kid, coming from having nothing to going to the NFL. But I guess from what we seen on the outside looking in, it was something else different. So,
Oh, before you say something, shout out to Cool Cal, man. He said USC loses 2 games. I'm closer to you, Cal. Shout out to Cool Cal, man. One of our other
okay.
brothers on the podcast we do. What you got, see? What you think about that?
All right. So why you just not bringing it up, bruh? Like that movie came out 20 years ago, big dog. Like why you just not bringing this up about your bread? You didn't have money a long time, man. Why you ain't got no lawyers on this, man? Like well, I just it seems seems like publicity to help sell the book. And I'm not saying he lying, but it just seems odd you ain't tried to go after your money or none of this until now when you about to drop a book. Just seems a little odd, but at the same time, if they did piss on him, then get that man his money. He deserved what owed to him at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So, but it do seems a little strange, you know.
Oh man, hurting. Hope
I
my
guess
boy
the
ain't in
word
there
be
spent.
convenient. Seems a little convenient. So I will say this, just to give a little bit more uh, context to the story. So the issue, I guess, the issue that he and his side that he's coming from. Now the book is actually out. He's kind of doing a promotional tour to that point you're making. It is kind of convenient, but he actually hired lawyers. They started digging into this in 2016.
When the movie came out.
The movie came out when he was drafted, I think, in '01. So no,
Yeah, I
I'm with
think
you.
oh
I'm with
01, oh 02, something like that.
so what I'm saying is, I guess what has been found out though, that I think the issue that he's having, I'm kind of with you too. I'm like, but at the same time, you 20 years old, your background that you coming from, which something he stated actually when the movie came out, like in I think it maybe the second 2002. He had always said that the way that they depicted him in the movie wasn't true, and he didn't realize that they doing it like that. So what I kind of think, just to kind of play devil's advocate, you 20-year old, you just went first round in the draft. You know what I'm saying? That movie was made obviously probably a year or two prior to you going to the draft. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. You know how long it takes movies to make. So I'm just saying maybe he just wasn't. He had so much going on. You know what I'm saying? That he just, I mean, didn't focus on. I mean, I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah, I get it, but damn that, folks. Like, okay, so year one, you were busy. Year two, you were busy. Year three, you were busy. Year four, you were busy. When you read up on that fifth contract, you knew about money then. And you waited another 10 years. Oh, it's odd, bro. It's just odd. It's just odd.
He do it like the rappers, like you say. See, he try to start controversy so he can
It,
make some book
it,
sales.
yeah, it's just odd. But at the same time, bro, now, if these folk owe you money, go get your money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like these folks ain't paid you, they ain't did right by you, man. Go get your money, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm with that all day. But at the same time, it just seems a little odd to go get the money now. But like Pot said, he might need that bread right now. So hey,
So
he might have been saving his spade, folk, to say, play that spade later on. I don't know, but
Yes,
if he
that.
owed money, go get your money. You know what I'm saying?
at,
That the more
at
that
Cal
how I feel
agree with
about it.
you. At
Say what
Cal
now?
agree with you. At Cal, I mean, I'm talking about at Cal. Cal agree with you on. See, he said he need a check.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna say is this too, man. So in the investigation that his lawyers found out though, which I think is kind of which is kind of crazy too. So it showed kind of his negligence in terms of what was going on. So all this time, bro, he thought they adopted him, and they even said they showed interviews back in 2001 that they adopted him. No, I think in 2009 they showed the interview that they said they adopted him. So he
What
thought
the
he had been
paperwork?
adopted by this family this whole time.
What the paperwork?
But so then my point. So what happened is the paperwork that he signed, he said they tricked him. He didn't know. He thought he was being adopted. It was conservatorship.
What he got to pay
So
some
they
money
didn't
back when he
adopt him.
made it?
No, that they didn't adopt him. Basically, all that did was allow them legally to make all financial decisions over him.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Right.
So they
So that's
they just manipulated the shit out of him at the end of the day.
that's kind of where he coming from.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how he said
Oh,
he didn't get no proceeds out
Okay.
from the movie.
Okay. So that goes back to my initial point. Why in the hell, bro? You waiting 15 years? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You feel like these folk didn't got. I'm not waiting 15 years to go get somebody I feel like got me when I'm in the position
Hey,
to.
how long he been retired? How long this man been retired?
Sure, it's been a minute, ain't it?
I ain't sure.
Yeah, it's been at least 4 5 years, I would think.
About that time. It's about that time. He
Hey,
trying to
man,
make
look here, man. If they owe you some money, big dog, go get your money. But outside
Like
of
I say,
that,
he
just
hired lawyers in 2016 now.
yeah, folk. But he got drafted. Y'all saying that
Yeah,
old
yeah,
boy.
no doubt. Yeah, no
yeah,
doubt,
what?
no doubt,
What
no
the
doubt.
hell? That
He hired a lawyer
2015.
in
That ain't got nothing.
16.
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with that. When you
That's 7 years.
when the movie came out 23 years ago, and you got
Yeah.
some lawyers. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Just
No, I'm with you.
yeah,
I'm
man,
like,
dude.
bro,
Now
like
he
you
get to
just
pay
can't
his
do
lawyer
that.
fees. He ain't gonna have no change. He might well
You,
let that
you,
Listen,
ride.
bro. This
come
lady
on,
won
Pat.
an
You
Oscar.
feel me?
This lady won an Oscar, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And ain't no way you gonna tell me you thought y'all don't put out a movie about me, my life, and ain't nobody from my family got no money from it. How they gonna make a movie that make three and we ain't none of us got no money?
But let him tell it he didn't have no family.
No,
Let
no,
them tell the
no.
same
I'm talking
reason.
about his family. You know, I'm talking about the family that supposedly had adopted him. But I'm saying the movie's
Oh,
about all of them. How you
yeah.
gonna make a movie about us and it really about me at the end of the day? That made 300 million and I don't get no money.
How
Come
Nah.
much
on,
you
bro. That
said?
just don't.
How much you said the family got off the royalties? How much did the family get off, Roy?
That's what I'm saying. But he was under the impression that nobody got any money.
Shit.
And once
But
his
you
lawyer
said
found
something.
out,
You said something earlier about they got percentage off the royalties. How
yes,
much did
yes,
they
yes,
get?
yes. The studio gave them upfront $255,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then they gave them a 2.5% royalty. I mean, not a royalty, but residuals off of whatever, however they go.
So
And that
what? two
equal
point
up.
five off? Yeah, what that is?
I'm trying to tell you,
But
they probably
but
got about
I
20
think
30 in the bank.
I want to say it's 2.5 off the net gross of the movie. So don't think about what 300,000. You got to cause the movie might have
Million.
cost 15 20 million to make. They had to do promotions, yada yada yada. This, but the 2.5 end up equaling out for each kid to be like 1.2 million.
It wasn't number like two kids, right?
Right.
So you talking about 2.4 million off 300 million?
Yeah. That's what the movie gross. But they 2.5 residual. This is residual. This is not 2.55% of what the movie gross. It's 2.5% of residuals of what the movie netted.
What the movie net?
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
Nobody knows that.
Then
I
you
don't
gotta
know
think
that.
of
Nobody knows that.
the
Are
DVD. You
I
gotta
you?
mean,
think
I
about
don't.
the DVD
They didn't
sales and
publicize that. What I'm saying,
DVD and
you gotta
Blu-ray
think about.
sales.
You gotta think about how much it cost to make the movie, how much you paid
I
the
ain't got to think
actors.
about none of that.
Shit,
I ain't got to think about none of that, big
that movie
dog.
out ain't cost that much. That movie ain't cost that ain't no $50 million
No,
movie out right
before you
now.
gonna pay Sandra Bullock now, you ain't finna get her for no chump change. Now you gonna
But
pay her a few million.
man, you gotta look that up, see how
But
much they
what
paid, man.
the
That
point that
she
I'm trying to make, y'all thinking about cause it gross 300 million. They residual is not a percentage. They getting a 2.5% residual of what the movie netted because it grossed 300 million. It might have only made only 100 million at the end of the
hell
day after they
no,
paid it.
no, sir.
I
When them
don't
folks
know.
tell you them numbers, when they tell men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So when them
Okay,
folks give
I'm
us
not
them
going to go
movies,
around
when they
circles.
give us them
It's a
numbers, when
difference
they give us
between.
them numbers when Black Panther and all them other movies on came out for the weekends, and they be like, oh, it made $700 million over the weekend. They done made $1.5 billion in 2 weeks. Them numbers is real numbers. So when
Pot
them
said,
folks come back to somebody, they made
There's a
300 and
difference
something
in
off that
gross
movie.
and there's a difference in where grossing is, and there's a difference in net.
but Pot
I'm just
said something
reading this.
early. Pot said something early that made a lot of sense. It kind of hit all. It's a home run. That
The,
movie didn't cost a lot to make from a budget standpoint.
the point y'all missing is I don't even know why y'all even think about it. That's not the point. The point is The
Nigga,
kids
that is,
got
nigga,
money.
nigga,
No,
that ain't
the
valid. Nigga, that's totally valid. That you don't have a big budget and you made 300 million. And at the
no,
same
no.
time, I know what you're saying. It's a big difference between gross and net. But at the
I'm not
same
even talking
time,
about the money. The point of the question
I'm
was
talking
what I'm
about the
getting at.
money.
No, but what I'm getting at, we getting off topic. What I'm saying is the man said he didn't get no money. And the kids got the money. However amount y'all want to make it, 1 million, 10 million, or 20 million. I don't care. I'm just
So
reading what the
we talking
article
about the
said.
kids' money. How much money did the parents get?
They didn't say, but they said the parents said they gave the money to the two kids. The point of the question is, however much money they got it. This man didn't get nothing of it. And the point that I said is, how what I'm saying is, how is there a movie made about you and you don't nobody you thinking nobody don't get no money off a movie that they made about you and everybody else in your family? That's what I'm getting at. How can you think you don't get no money? I don't care how much it made or grossed or
That's
anything.
just being ignorant. Because I mean, you got to come at me to get the rights to even have my name and all of my credentials and stuff to come across the screen anyway for millions to see. So that's ignorant on his behalf. He didn't get nothing, and they got you walking across the NFL stage getting your name called. And you didn't get nothing. All the money you saw was from the NFL.
But it ain't off topic because we talking about money. And we talking about he didn't get none of this money. So
Right.
we talking about how much of this percentage of money he missed out on supposedly. So it's not off topic because we talking about money and the money he
Oh,
missed. That
oh, I read you what the article said. You asking me like I supposed to know how much the movie. I can't do nothing but read you the stats from the article, and I
and
gave you the stats.
that's all I asked you to do. I wasn't asking you to do nothing but read the stats from the article so we can sit back and say, okay, it grossed 300, so we know it netted a good bit of money based off a low budget that they had for the movie. So if you got a
Okay.
low budget for the movie that completely super exceeds expectations on budget, it's a lot of money left over. That's the whole point I'm making. It was a lot of money left over just based off the budget. Just off the budget. So
Okay.
he missed a lot of
Okay.
money. That you making it seem
No,
you making it
no, no.
seem like this shit don't have nothing to do with what we talking about, but it got plenty to do.
So basically,
It really don't because I gave you the number in the beginning, 2.5 residual. However you want to add that up, whatever that means. That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't care what you did give me the numbers, and that's what I'm basing this shit off of. How much
O-
money he missed off the numbers you gave, fool.
Okay, okay. To your point, he missed out on. We all know he missed out on money. However much it was, I think we know he missed out on money. That's where he's saying he didn't get no money, and I'm just wondering
But we
how.
talking
What
about how much though. We talking about how much. We never said how much. We started talking about numbers when you dropped the numbers. So that when we got in the numbers, because the numbers go to what he missed out on.
so
So
basically, the
it's
kid that
totally
played
relevant.
Michael Orr, yeah. So basically, the kid that played Michael Orr in the movie, he got paid more than the real Michael Orr. You understand me?
Oh, for sure. That was Michael Oher say he didn't get no money, and that's kind of what I'm getting at is how do you not get no money? I don't care if anybody else made whatever they made, but how you don't get no money?
Man, how did
That
you
what
get
I don't
your
understand
rights?
how where he coming from. I don't care if it's 5 years later, 10 years later, bro. Ain't no way they made a movie about you. And like he said, you in the NFL, you got lawyers because you got a contract. Even 1 or 2 years later, bro, like you should have been trying to find out what kind of money is I supposed to be getting out of this movie that I made.
But look, what kind of man? I'm talking about ain't nobody a teammate or somebody that be like, "Boy, how much money you got out there moving, boy?"
That's what I'm saying. I don't get it,
If
bro.
he was next to me in the locker room, I would have been messing with him. Bit, boy, I saw you moving, boy, what you got paid off that thing? Boy, he ain't getting nothing.
But in the investigation that his lawyers found out, it's obviously some things that's coming out. I think it's just all about the timing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know if it got well. I guess we all kind of agree it maybe got something to do with the book. But bro, it's just like I don't. This lady don't want an Oscar out this movie and everything, man.
Yeah.
It just it's gonna be a bad story because something else to his point. He was like He was an All American when he met the family. And they were trying to make it seem like the man come. Oh, y'all remember the movie? They were making it seem like he was illiterate and couldn't read. He was like,
Yeah.
bro, I can read and do everything. I was doing plays in the second and third grade.
Hey man, that man writing a book. Whenever
Yeah,
anybody dropping a book, it's always something that come out before the book. And
Yeah.
usually
yeah.
some type, even if it ain't no juice, it's just you on the interview circuit. Worst case, you just on the interview circuit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
whether it's an album, whether it's a book, whether it's a podcast finna drop, you trying to get yourself out there. What better way to get out there than to drop a bombshell like that? And I'm finna tell it all in my book. And I waited 20 years to go get my money. I get because I already had money. I don't know. Maybe that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? But that's still dumb as hell. Maybe he really couldn't read because you know
He
what I'm
didn't see
saying?
the
Like
fine
that
print.
dumb as
Got
hell. Like,
you ain't
you
finna
know what
make
I
no
mean?
movie about me and don't what? Don't cut
Come on,
me in.
man. Man,
Man.
I can't. You just can't wait 2 decades to go get your money, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. After she won an Oscar, man, like Thad said, she won an Oscar. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you can't wait that long. Like Pot said, man, you sitting in that locker room, somebody like, damn, bro, yeah, man, that movie did some numbers, bro. What you ate off that?
Which way
And
did you go, George?
Cal said it
Right.
makes sense to move the call Blindside.
They got hit by the
The
blind side
irony.
for real.
The
Yes, sir.
Well,
irony.
at the end of the day, guy, he definitely going he trying to get his money, whatever they're gonna come out to be, whatever's gonna eat. He definitely at them. And only thing that, like I said, for me that makes the story really kind of interesting is that they going back to the old clips, and these people are saying these things about they actually adopted him and that they actually gave him money from the movie, and he's saying that they didn't. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that worked out.
I want
Cause
to
they
see
don't
that adoption
already,
paper.
if they lie and they don't incriminate themselves, is what I'm getting at. Cause
But
they got
I'm gonna say this too though. If he could read, like he was like, yeah, I could read play when I was in the second grade and all that shit. Okay, so why you ain't read
no,
them
sorry, I
papers?
didn't say read play. He was acting in play, which he had to read, stuff. So,
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
But
okay. Well, at the end of the day, why you ain't read that paperwork if you could read?
right. So I get what I'm thinking is see, like just say for instance, once again, and I want to move on. 'Cause I got one last topic to
That
cover.
cool. You can wrap this shit
But
up.
but it's just like I say, I don't know, bro. Being say 18, 19, you homeless. You know what I'm saying? I got you. You got you, and they take you in, and you thinking they're adopting you. I got you at some point. It just coming from being in the system. It just it just different. But yeah.
Oh, real quick, and I'm gonna let it go. I'm real quick.
Go ahead.
Me and Pat lived with Trey and did all that, right?
Hmm.
At the end of the day, for you still know what's going on with yourself in your life. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
Like at the end of the day. And if you
For
can
sure.
read and you can write, you know what I'm saying, then you should have read anything that you put your name on. You should have knew
Uh-huh.
that. You know what I mean?
And
Like, and I know we gotta
and
move on. We can
especially
move on.
and especially to your point, as competent as he tried to come off as he was.
Come on,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying?
He might have
So
been
yeah,
better off saying, yeah, I couldn't read till I was 19. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like, he
right,
might have
right,
been,
right. Yeah.
come on, you know what I mean?
No,
Instead of trying to
I'm with
pop
you. I'm
like
just
you was a
playing devil's
scholar.
advocate. Yeah, right,
Right.
right, exactly.
Come
No,
on,
for sure.
man. He popping like he a scholar. Uh,
So so we I think Cal was on the show last week as well, but Pat Pot made a very interesting. He brought up a scenario and it made me think, and I've been thinking about it. And the more that I think about it, I still stand where I stand. But the more I think about it, I think Pop brought up a good point. So I kind of want to run back round to this, and I'm coming to you, see, and see what you think. And this is basically Pat Mahomes and Tom Brady. Pop brought up last week that he has Pat Mahomes, and I'm gonna pose it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pose this question to you before I go any deeper, before we get into more context. Can you give me your top five quarterbacks all
of
time?
all time,
Yes, sir.
Tom, Joe, Elway, Uh, man, some tough
What
ones.
about Peyton?
Definitely, yeah. 18. Uh, I don't know, man. That fifth one, man. You know what?
Kelly, Marino.
Nah,
I'm just throwing
Pat,
out
Pat
names.
yeah,
Mahomes.
yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I put Warren Moon right there, man.
Warren Moon. Okay.
Yeah,
So
put
that and
Warren
that
Moon.
and that's cool. And so actually, what's crazy part now? You heard his top four. He had the same top four me and Cal had. Same top
Hey,
four. All right. So I'm just saying, but to Pot's question, he had Patrick Mahomes at number two, and
Patrick,
no.
Pot
Patrick,
Pot.
Patrick
Yeah.
Mahomes.
Oh, you have him at three. Oh my bad, Patrick Mahomes. He had Patrick Mahomes. Pot had Patrick Mahomes at three. My bad.
So,
So Pot, give your reason for why you had Patrick Mahomes ranked so high.
please,
Because he's only technically been in the league 5 seasons. When they kick the ball off this season, it'll be season 6. So technically, he's only been 5 seasons already, right?
for sure.
Okay. He's took his team to 5 straight AFC title games. He's won 2 NFL MVPs, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and he's not even 28 years old yet. He's threw for over 5,000 yards 4 times. And he's like the young GOAT. If anybody have a chance to catch Tom Brady with his numbers, it would be Patrick Mahomes.
How can you
But
be a
like I
young
told
goat?
Thad, but the question was when Thad asked me also, he said, do you feel like Patrick Mahomes, if he retired right now, he's a for sure lock for the Hall of Fame? And I said,
No,
yes.
we didn't ask you that because we
Yes, you
all
did.
agreed that no, we all agreed that he would be a Hall of Fame right now. The issue that
I
we
thought you said,
had,
hmm? Remember now, I'm riding with, I'm on the bandwagon.
This here
I can't
okay,
cram
hold. I just,
silent.
I'm on the bandwagon. The man only
so
been
let
in
me
the league 5 years. Look what he's done in 5 years compared to anybody else 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to talk about numbers, other than the Super Bowl championship and the MVPs, on top of that, and he hasn't even been in the league 10 years yet. Okay, Tom Brady, first 5 seasons in the NFL, he had a passing rating of 87.5. He had 13,925 yards, 97 touchdowns, 52 interceptions, and 64 games. Okay. Patrick Mahomes, first 5, quarterback rating 105.8, 18,991 yards, 151 touchdowns, 37 interceptions, and 63 games.
I don't think this is all about stats. I think that was the issue that you were missing last year.
But
Not
you, like
last
I
year,
said
last week.
before,
But
men lie, women lie, numbers don't. At the end of the
sure
day,
they do.
it's not a
You can make
popularity.
numbers.
It's not a popularity race. The man got the numbers right now in 5 seasons. He had the best 5 seasons that anybody have ever had in the NFL, other
Okay.
than a rookie coming in winning the Super Bowl. Come on, man.
Okay. My question to C is this right here. And Pot, yeah, you can trust me. If you deal with numbers enough, you'll know you can make them work for you any kind of way you want to. With that being said,
Which
see
means they do lie.
why right, exactly. Why why you don't have give me your reason for not having Patrick Mahomes ranked as high as Pop do.
Well, first off, I feel you coming from the boy bad.
Hmm.
I like
Hmm.
no question. Hey, he a dog. I don't like when people be comparing him to Tom Brady, man. When you done played 5 seasons versus somebody who played 20, man, to me it just ain't. And I
Yeah,
mean
it
20
ain't no
at a high level.
comparison. Yeah, it ain't no comparison to
You know
me.
what
Longevity,
I'm
right?
saying?
Longevity, right?
Yeah, I mean you talking about 20 years at a high
You talking
level
about
though.
23. That man played 23 years, man.
Yeah, no doubt. I was just around it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, at a high
Mm-hmm.
level. At a
But
high
Pop,
level. You know what I'm saying?
At a
So
high level. And guess what? He wasn't even a starter when he first came in. He was backing up Bledsoe. And shout out to my boy Mo Lewis knocking out Bledsoe. That's why Tom Brady got in. Got his phone
but
call.
Pop, that's kind of the point that I think you was missing. We're not saying that Trump. I mean, Mahomes is not a bad man and not a Hall of Famer. But in this particular time, when you're talking about all greats, I think his longevity is what's going to be his knock.
But that's what I'm trying
Now,
to
if he
tell you.
continue, if he continues to do what he does at a high clip, you know what I'm saying? Then I honestly really think you have to consider moving him up there because when he has already done. But when you talking about all time, bro, you got to.
Yeah.
Well, you don't
That's
have
why it's
to.
our opinion. It's my opinion. Like he's on
I was
my
just
all
gonna
time.
say
He's
that.
not on your all
I got,
time, but he's on my all. And you see why I
I got.
had him ranked. You see why I had him ranked. That I still had some big boys up there, but I'm looking at right now compared to those big boys. He ain't even played as long as them people has played, and the man is must see fucking TV.
So he better
So
than
by the time he
Elway.
get 10, by the time he get 10 under his belt,
He
he
gonna
gonna
be
be
better.
knocking that
So
Peyton
so
Manning though on yards and shit, man.
so he better than
Touchdowns.
Elway.
Man, he gonna
He
be
better.
knocking at everybody though. I'm not
He better.
saying he gonna have those numbers like, but he gonna be in the top in everything. He gonna have most Super Bowl rings.
He trying to make a distinction. If you
Elway
listen
won
to it,
his
he
Super
trying to make
Bowls. Elway won his Super Bowls his last 2 seasons.
Pop. He
Shit, he
trying to
had
get
on
make a
went 6
distinction.
times
I
before
already know
then.
where he
In the
going with
80s,
this.
he
If you
went
let him
6
ask you the
times.
question, if you let him
Huh?
ask you the question, I know where he going with this. Go ahead, see.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, he was answering it. He said he was explaining Elway, but like Elway, man, went to like 5 AFC championship too. Donovan McNabb went to 5 like NFC championship.
But how many did they win?
None. I won. I'm
Exactly.
lying.
Pat
One.
Mahomes is a winner. Pat Mahomes won and he won a Super Bowl.
Well, you were just dropping the AFC championships out there as
Yeah,
accolades. I'm just
he went
throwing
to 5
accolades.
straight. He went to 5 straight. He went to
So
5
did
straight.
Donovan. So did Donovan
He went to
McNabb.
5 straight. But you got to
So,
win. He didn't win
but
with
at the
one.
same,
He
no
went
I
in
doubt.
with
mean,
But
one.
Taylor went to 4 and got
he
4
Shit,
played.
Jim
rings.
Kelly.
So
Jim Kelly.
I'm
Jim
looking
Kelly
at
went
it
to 4
like this.
straight.
I'm looking at it like this. So they both went to 5 AFC championship. Pat won 2. Donovan lost 1. You know what I'm saying? But like that's a pretty close comparison. And we talking about Donovan McNabb, and he ain't in nobody's top 5.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
But
what I'm
he'll
saying.
be in the top 10. He'll be in the top 10 or the top 15.
We talking
McNabb
about
will.
top 5 though. We said who
Nah,
you talking about? Donovan?
he'll be in the
Who
top like
Donovan?
15, something like that. Yeah. He ain't gonna be in that top for the top 5 tier. Nah. But
No,
it's
but you
great.
put Pat there though.
If you base it off those particular 5 games, AFC Championship, that's what he's saying. If you basing it off that,
Now the 2 rings trumps him for sure. For sure. It ain't no question. But at the same time, just saying, you just talking about somebody who went to 5 NFC, 5 LC, somebody who played in 1 Super Bowl, somebody who played in 2, somebody who won 2, somebody who didn't win any. You know what I'm saying? What you mean 3?
Yeah, he played in 3 Super Bowls.
That right. He lost 1. That right. That right. That right. That right. You right. You right,
I'm
Pot.
telling
So,
you. Hey, but
but
guess what? What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, let's let Mahomes enjoy these next 5, 6, 7 years, and we'll continue to
but
state
that's the
our
problem. You
opinion
base it
well,
off
I thought
because
we
because
were
the
talking about
numbers,
now.
the,
I thought we
the
were
no,
talking
numbers
about
gonna
because
now.
stack
he can
every
get
year.
hurt. He can get hurt tomorrow, Pot. I'm saying you base it off
Hell, every
what
time
he
he do get
can.
hurt, what he do? He come back when he get hurt, baby. He come back
No,
when he
man.
get hurt.
I'm saying that man could have a career-ending injury right now.
Guess what? And when his year's up, he'll be in the Hall of Fame, first ballot, up on stage,
We
giving his
know
speech.
that, but will he still be your number 3 all time if he don't play another down?
He might go down like 5 or 6 or something like that, but he gonna still be in my top tier because look what he did in a short amount of time, bro. That's what you fail to realize. I understand longevity, but look at the short amount of time of what he's done within the 5 seasons, bro. You can't name nobody within them 5 years who had a season like him, even though Joe Montana, Jim Kelly, Dan Marino, we can name quarterbacks for fucking days all night, bro. We can name quarterbacks when me and you was growing up in the 80s, bro. My
You
daddy can
just
name them
literally
bitches back
changed.
from in the
You
50s and the
literally
60s
changed.
and the 70s. You always
You
like Terry
changed the
Bradshaw
narrative.
and all them. You got people back in my daddy them generation who still think Terry Bradshaw and all them boys did the shit. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I mean,
So,
let's be clear. Terry was
but
like,
what I'm saying is, look at the generation, time, and the trend. Like you gonna still have people who gonna ride their boats and coattails and still believe in them old Raiders defenses and all that shit was better than some of them Ravens defenses or something. I mean, you'll have debates all over the world, bro. That's why it's our opinion.
Pot. No, I'm saying you changed the name. All I'm saying is last week we asked you where you have this man ranked in your top five. You said three.
And he was right there at number 3.
Right.
Because
So
I had Tom Brady, Joe Montana,
today
then I had him.
we asked right, we at three. Today we just asked you the same question based on the same parameters from last week. And you literally just said if his career would end, which we always talked about if his career end, if he just or he just continue to have a better career or not. And you just literally said that he would fall down some.
I say he'll go down just a little bit, maybe like 5 or 6. But he gonna still be in my
So
top tier.
so so,
That's exactly what I
he would
said.
be out so he wouldn't be your top five
Because
quarterback.
like I said, bro, look, listen what I'm saying. You still got other good quarterbacks like Josh Allen, Trevor, Lawrence. All these guys still got years just coming up too. So their numbers gonna
How
get better and better and better.
we're not talking
Bro.
about based off the
No, but what
future.
I'm telling you is that's why it's our opinion, bro. You trying to make it a right or a wrong thing. It ain't no right or wrong thing.
No, I'm not.
It's not a right or wrong. But the thing
You
is,
just gave me two answers. That's all I'm saying.
no,
Which one are you?
he's still in my top tier. Like I said, if he were to get hurt, a season-ending injury, he was to get hurt. Why would I leave him at number 3 and his numbers and he ain't gonna have no more numbers no more? He's done. If he had a season-ending injury, he's done. He's still in my top tier for the simple fact he's done just like Gale Sayers, a small season, still a Hall of Famer, bro. It's all about what he done right then, right there, bro. If you take somebody else who get hurt with a season-ending injury in 5 fucking years, they ain't got what he got. They just gonna try to get their little pension.
The question is, who is your top 5 all-time quarterback? That's all I'm saying.
Patrick Mahomes is in my top 5 all-time quarterbacks right now.
Right. So yeah, that's the question. But when we ask you, that means if he in your top 5 right now, and he don't play another down, he in your top 5.
Well, if he 3, he'll be 5 because I know somebody else, Josh Allen and all the other people who I like gonna come up too, bro. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying, guess what? The man's still right in my opinion, bro. No, that's my opinion, bro. That's why it's my opinion, bro. He'll be on my squad, bro. He might not be on yours, but he on mine.
You careful, dog. You just
and I tell you the reason why.
You said
ain't nobody had 5 years better than this man yet, bro. Ain't nobody had a top 5-year season yet like this man. Never in NFL.
How many slots he slide down if you don't play another down,
bro? Like I said, he gonna stay in my top 5. He gonna stay in my top 5.
You say he was sliding down.
Like I said, he gonna stay in my top 5.
Okay, that's fine. All right,
he gonna stay in my top 5.
Okay, all right. So no matter what, he in your top 5. No matter what,
he got my top 5.
Okay, all right. Now that's the answer. I mean,
if he would have stopped playing, if he would go on ESPN tomorrow and say I retire, God damn it, he's still in my top 5.
Hey, Pop, I say this, Pop. He give me 2 more years like he done gave me since he been in the league here in my top 5.
And guess what? He gonna give it to you. I'm gonna tell you right here today on our show. He gonna give it to you. The next 2 years, holler at me. You gonna say the same thing, boy. Pat said it. Pat Mahomes gonna be the closest thing. He gonna be the closest GOAT to Tom Brady when it's all over. I ain't saying he gonna have no 20+ year season or career. I ain't saying that, but I guarantee you, why he keep putting on the show, why he's in the league right now, it's like a torch. It's like they passing the torch. Hell, you had Dr. J, then you had Jordan, then you had Kobe, now you had LeBron. Now who gonna take the thing there when LeBron leave the game? Same thing in football. You had Bradshaw them era, then you had this era. Everybody come up behind somebody. That's all.
I think I get it. I was just wondering where he was, but now I know for sure, regardless of what, he's in your top 5, and that's kind of what I was just asking in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you changed the answer about 3 times, but you got
whatever. Y'all. You hear what you want to hear sometimes.
No, I know exactly what you said. I want you to go back and watch the film when you get a chance. So, man, that was cool, man. That's why I love this, man. This is I like my show, and it's kind of like barbershop talk. I love to be open and say what you want to say and do what you want to do, because at the end of the day, like Pot and C said, it really is just a damn opinion, no matter how I feel or how you feel or how he feels. So with that being said, man, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all boys tapping in, man, and helping me have another good show. Y'all got any shout outs, anything y'all want to end with before we get out of here?
Man, shout out to everybody who checking in every week. Cool Cal and the crew. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to behind True to the Hedges. See, I love you, boy.
Respect the hedges.
Respect the Hedges. See, that's my dog, boy. I ain't seen you in a few years. You know it's on when I see you, right? You know
Oh
it's
man,
on.
what
You
you
know it's
talking
on
about,
when I
man?
see you now. Hey, man. Hey, I love you, boy. Number love. You know you in the
Man,
9-6
all
class.
love, man. Great to see
Nine
you,
six,
Pi.
9-6, baby. Y'all know
Great
how
to
we do.
see you, big dog. Yeah, man. I ain't
I
got
didn't
no
go say
shout
that in the
out,
cash
man. The
flow
show
tonight.
was good. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I'm tapped in. I'm trying to get in every week, man. You know what I mean? And support the show, man. You know what I mean? It's good to come on here and talk fellowship with good folk that you know and love and respect. You know what I'm saying? And kick these ideas and opinions around, man. It's good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yeah, so cool, man. I appreciate that. And for sure, man, what I wanted to open up the show with too, and I guess I said now to kind of piggyback off what you said because I was running a little late. But man, we lose so many people, man, throughout life, so many what I'm saying, family and friends and things like that, man. And I really, really, truly don't take it for granted and appreciate and enjoy when I introduce you guys because I can always say I've been knowing you guys both for over since the '90s. You know what I'm saying? So I actually do respect both of you guys. I enjoy introducing you guys because a lot of people don't have a lot of friends that
No
they say
question.
they've been knowing since the
Exactly.
'90s. So with that being said, man, y'all tune in next week, man. Hit the subscribe channel, man. Hit the like button, man. Help your boy out, man. Um, opinions are like assholes, man. Everybody got them. Get what?
Yeah.
I got one too, man. So tune in next week, man. We'll be back with just your damn opinion, man. And we out of here.
What about them folk who got a bag though, folk? They might not have. They can't shit. They can shit through a bag, folk. Like you can't leave them folk out, man. Like you can't leave them folk out, man. Talking about everybody got an asshole, man. Some folk
Hey,
fucked up out here, man.
hey man,
Hey,
let me
man.
see, don't hey, let me end this, man. I'm like,
All right, folk. All right.
oh no, hey, hold on. Hey, hey man, hold on, see, call they can't shit don't mean they ain't got no. Oh man, let me start.